name. Then the righteous will gather about me because of your goodness to me.
Hi, I'm Sierra Connor. I went to Big Stuff in June. We arrived at Big Stuff on Monday afternoon. This is going to be an action-packed week devoted to becoming closer to God. Right then, I had no idea what I was in for. We had amazing sessions with popular speakers who talked about how God was helping us write our individual story and that each of us is a big part in God's huge story. In small group time, our leaders would ask us the hard questions, such as, how has God put in front of you right now? And as this time I felt so warm and fuzzy toward God, I was at peace with God and with myself. On Tuesday, during our night session, Speaker Brooke Lindsay talked about the decisions we make. She told us that the decisions we make today will tell the story of tomorrow. At this time, I learned that my dad's brother, Brian Connor, had gone missing. This was the last time his wife saw him was that previous Monday. When I learned this, I shared this information with my small group. I asked them to pray for the police to find him and bring him home safely to his family. It was hard to know what to pray sometimes. I felt as if God would solve the problem and my uncle would come back to us unharmed. During the Wednesday session, night, Pete Wilson talked about the hard times we may go through in our lives. How we may want to cling to something or someone. He used the analogy of the hard times were in a sense a dark valley. That the thing we need to cling to in these valleys is our faith, and the someone that we need to cling to is God. God is with us during this valley and how he spends every single minute with us, guiding us every single step of the way, that we can pray to God to help us and that we can call out to him, that he will help us in our dark valley. This was a difficult lesson to comprehend. That Thursday morning, I received a call from my dad saying that they had news about the whereabouts of my missing uncle. He must have known this was weighing heavily on my mind. My father had said the police had located my uncle's car in the Fort Lauderdale airport. My father said that my uncle was found dead in his car and it appeared that he had been dead for several days. When I heard this, I instantly became angry with God. That God would allow something like this to happen to his wife and children, even my dad and grandparents. That God didn't bring him home safely to us, but let him be found dead in his car. This was earth-shattering news, and I instantly became overwhelmed with grief and anger. Right then, I instantly understood what Pete Wilson was talking about. That my family was in a valley at this time, and after this, my church group and small group rally around me and my family. It's hard to know what to pray for when something like this happens. Nevertheless, each and every one of them prayed for me and my family. They also prayed that God would comfort us during this valley. They also prayed that God would be with us through the weeks and months to come. I find it so weird that to have this whole tragedy happen right after we talked about Dark Valley. God works in weird ways sometimes. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. I want you to read one verse for us all, though. I didn't tell you you were doing this. It just came to me. So this is from there's a whole book called Lamentations, and this is one of them. It's chapter 2, verse 11 right here.
My eyes fail from weeping. I am in torment within. My heart is poured out on the ground because my people are destroyed, because children and infants faint in the streets of the city.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So I'll read that again. This stuff's in the Bible, people. It says, "My eyes fail from weeping. I am in torment within. My heart is poured out on the ground because my people are destroyed, because children and infants faint